Well, today we are going to talk about the contentious issue of the return of the black money. The government did seem to get a rap on the knuckles and from the Supreme Court, and the CJI said, you don't have to do any probe. Give us the list, we will do the needful, and the deadline was today. And of course, the government has in fact submitted the entire list of the black money account holders to the Supreme Court in a closed envelope. The documents include 627 names and the status report of the investigation in these cases. So we're going to talk about that. I have with me in the studio Reena Gupta. She is an economist, an activist and a member of the Aam Aadmi Party. Thank you so much, Reena, for joining us on India Post Live. It's a pleasure having you. Online, I'm joined by Shehzad Poonawala of the Congress. Hi, Shehzad, how are you? Welcome to India Post Live.
Always good to be on your show.
Thank you so much. Pleasure all ours. And the co-convener of the IT cell of the Bharatiya Janata Party, joining us on Skype from Lucknow, Sanjeev Singh ji. Welcome to India Post Live, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. Okay, let me start with the lady. Your reaction, what do you see? How do you see the events unfolding now? You know, after all those statements that Mr. Arun Jaitley made, that there's going to be a lot of embarrassment to the Congress, and the names of a UPA Minister of State and a very influential political family from Maharashtra being a part of that list. How do you see the events unfold?
Lana, let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back to the election campaign where, all the BJP leaders, Mr. Rajnath ji, even Mr. Modi were, really the rhetoric was very loud, and that we are going to bring back all the black money in 100 days. Somebody said 150 days.
Yeah.
Then Baba Ramdev ji was going all over the country holding these small rallies and saying each of us was going to get 15 lakhs. I made all these plans that I was going to get 15 lakhs in my account. I'm still waiting for those 15 lakhs. So after all that rhetoric, the government did not do anything. So yesterday what has happened is it has been a big face-off for this government, this elected government, which came on this plank of bringing back the black money. It's been a big face-off for them. It's been a big letdown that the country actually reposed their faith in this government, saying that it was one of the 3 key election promises, bringing back black money. And how, I remember when Arun Jaitley ji was a member of the Radha Sabha and the UPA was in power, he gave these long speeches on the floor of the house on how, the UPA is not doing anything and the NDA will come and, things will change. And nothing changed. Just cherry picking, releasing these names.
The cherry picking is something in fact that the Congress
so the court said, we don't trust you. It saw into the game and said, we don't trust you. We're going to take everything under us. So the investigation will happen under us.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let me get Shehzad in now. Reena talked of cherry picking, and that is something which the Congress has also been saying after Mr. Arun Jaitley's statement on, some Congress members and influential families in Maharashtra and all of that. So how do you react to what happened? 627 names have been submitted, Shehzad.
Yes, so let me just quote out of, past records and what the Supreme Court has said, lest I will be accused of politicizing the issue. So this is for Sanjeev in particular. When the previous government had made a claim about the double taxation agreement being a point of contention into revealing the names, Ravi Shankar Prasad said that the government's argument that it can reveal the names to the Supreme Court but not to the public due to double taxation is baseless. Similarly, Prakash Javadekar had said that this was only an attempt by the government to hide the names, right? Now that was prior to the elections. As your guest from the Aam Aadmi Party has said, Baba Ramdev said something regarding 15 lakhs being deposited into our accounts. Mr. Modi himself said that I will use PMLA, that's Prevention of Money Laundering Act, and I will get all this money back. Did speeches incidentally about black money, and these days he's silent. Now the stand after the 16th of May, let me read that out. This is on 17th October, Arun Jaitley says, saying that the same DTAA became a stumbling block in revealing the names, and they said that if investigations take place and in the course of prosecution, when the charge sheets are filed and charges are framed, that's when the only time they can disclose the names. So that is a complete shift from what stand they were taking prior to the elections and complete shift to what they said after the elections. So that's the U-turn of the BJP.
I'd like to cite, couple of things, just a few. July 2011 was when SC actually instructed UPA government to form an SIT. For full more than 3 years, they kept on, delaying that thing. They filed a review petition. They wanted SC till March 2014. They wanted Supreme Court to recall its order of constituting an SIT. And what did we do? The moment we came to power, within 3 days, we constituted an SIT. So isn't it a commitment enough? Number one. Number two, what did they do apart from not constituting SIT? Did they proceed against Hassan Ali? All attempts which they made were simply to somehow safeguard Hassan Ali and his ilk. So that has been their record. Now, this DTAA agreements which UPA governments went about signing with various governments, in any DTAA, there is a confidentiality clause. That is acceptable, that is okay. There is no problem as such in it. But what you can do is, there could have been overriding provision in those agreements, which could actually, make it open to you to proceed against wealth which has been stashed abroad by criminal means, by terrorist means, by means of, clear felonies and misdemeanors. So that could have been done. Now we are going to go about doing that. We have already sent a team to the Swiss authorities. They have discussed certain things, and we are working on, getting over that handicap also. Additionally, when Supreme Court yesterday, when it pronounced its order to share that list, what has actually happened is, just look at that other strategic aspect of it, that because of court order, when we have submitted this list, we are not in violation of that confidentiality clause of DTAA. So that is a very welcome change. Without compromising our position, we have been able to share this entire list. So this is what I talk about when I say live in present, look at what we have done, look at what we are going to do.
Yeah, surely. Reena, can I get your reaction, Reena? 1 second.
No, I'm surprised that Sanjay ji is Sanjeev, sorry. Till day before yesterday, you were submitting an affidavit saying that you cannot reveal these names. And after yesterday, once the Supreme Court has really scolded you and really hit you on your knuckles, you've given the list and now you're trying to take credit for that. So, I mean, whom are you trying to fool really?
Reena ji,
Shehzad, give me a second. Let Sanjeev ji respond.
Reena ji, UPA government was there.
Let's forget UPA is now doesn't matter what UPA did. Let's talk about what NDA is doing.
Okay, I'm clarifying my position. Yeah. Hear me out. So 2009, this matter came to light with all that information which became available in public domain, with lakhs of crores of rupees being looted from this country of common people and stashed abroad in tax havens. So this information became available in 2009. This earlier government didn't do a thing. So yesterday's Supreme Court observation wasn't, specific about NDA government not doing that. That was in toto, considering what the government has done, specifically the earlier UPA government.
I disagree,
since 2011, they didn't do anything. And you have to understand the strategic aspect. This court order, when we stated that yesterday, it was applicable. The court orders makes our life easier. We can reveal the name as we have done. We have not taken a single hour extra than what was, mandated by Supreme Court.
You did not have a choice. The court did not leave you with a choice.
Just been peddled on this show right now, and without interruption, please. Yeah. First of all, you are saying that the confidentiality clause bit has got clarified yesterday. Sanjeev should start reading court orders more properly, and I have the court order with me. It was in 2011 when para 56, I have the order where it had clarifies that the agreements with Germany or any other country are not an impediment for the disclosure. It was because of this that the previous UPA government disclosed the 26 names of LGT Bank and had promised to disclose the names of HSBC Bank also. Before that, we lost power and we had to go out of power. Secondly, he says that SIT was constituted by them and the previous government did not constitute it. He does not know that in the same agreements it was written that the IT department alone would be the nodal agency to investigate this. There was a genuine clarification that was being sought, and by 1st May 2014, the Supreme Court said that there is no impediment in that. You can have an SIT which has different agencies, and it will have the ED as the nodal agency, and and it was a compulsory order which this government, the Modi government, had to comply with. So making a virtue out of a necessity is something that the BJP is doing, just like it is doing with disclosing of the names today. Thirdly, let me say that he keeps saying that no work had been done by the previous government and it had been done by this government. The following names, the 627 names had been given to SIT in June. This has been said by the BJP. Can you please ask Sanjeev? Can you please ask Sanjeev that SIT's nodal agency is ED? Mr. Modi himself in 2011 had said that I will get ED and PMLA Act to investigate the cases. Can you tell me how many cases have been filed under PMLA and with the ED? Because all the cases whose status reports have been given today have been the ones which have been started in 2011 under the IT Act, and those investigations I am giving to you as a record. 560 cases totally from 2011 have been started. So this is again being they're just like they took credit for Mars orbiter mission, they're taking credit for work that has been done by the previous UPA government. If at all Sanjeev is saying that a lot of work has been done by his government under this SIT, can you give me at least one case which has been investigated by the SIT? Hassan Ali case, tell me what they have done under Hassan Ali case in SIT. Have they done any investigation under ED? Give me the record from the last 5 months or 4 months, what have you done?
All right.
Really serious about prevention of further money laundering. I would like to ask him what is his plan. Most of the money actually gets laundered and comes back to the country to fund campaigns of both Congress and the BJP. A lot of that money gets invested in the real estate market. A lot of that money comes through P-notes. It comes through hawala transactions. It comes through shell companies. So the government has majority now. If they really have the political will, and if they actually are not scared that they've taken money from some of these people who have the black money stashed abroad, then what stops them from making these changes in all of these, amend the Money Laundering Act?
So Shahjad Bhai takes claim of revealing 26 names, simultaneously mentioning that there was a Supreme Court order which clarified in 2011 that DTAA doesn't hold. That confidentiality clause doesn't hold. So I'd like to simply ask him, what was that UPA government doing for 3 full years when Supreme Court had clarified on this particular aspect? So far as we are concerned, we have, complied to, we have played a bit safe, and that's a strategic thing. We are not in violation of our agreement signed by UPA. That is one. Secondly, they were so busy, they revealed 26 names, but as per the information available, they have gone ahead and given amnesty to 100 people.
2011, the order came out that the names can be disclosed and confidentiality clause won't be a problem. The government of the day disclosed the 26 names. 18 were illegal, action began on them. 8 were legal, no action could be taken on them. As far as the HSBC list is concerned, you have to understand that on the 628 names, I had just showed you that open inquiries and searches and seizures against majority of the accounts, I think about 620 accounts, because some of them are repetitive joint accounts, etc., had begun. So there was no amnesty. That is a complete lie which is being said that 100 people were given amnesty. I don't know where Sanjeev gets all these facts from. I have the record. This is the same thing that's been given to the court today. 5 lakh crores is estimated to be out. 90% is in the country itself, which is being generated, spent, respent, etc.
What happened on court case? We have come out with a clear policy that we are going to auction this. So there won't be any, selective, inducement of benefits to interested parties. Number one. Number two,
that is a longer debate. I don't agree with Sanjeev. That's a longer debate. We'll have to come back to the studio.
We'll have to come back. We'll have to do another show on this.
Yeah, we can't.
You agree with the fact that there need to be changes made on the systemic processes in the country, right? You agree with that?
I agree with that, and we have already initiated the process.
You've started the process. All right. Let's wrap it up. Shahzad, are you there still?
I'm still very much there.
Shahzad, you were having people home for lunch, I thought. So I'm going to let you.
I could have given them better food if Sanjeev gives me my 15 lakh rupees.
All right. We will definitely wait for those 15 lakh rupees, you and I. I promise you, even I'm waiting. So, sabr ka phal meetha hota hai. Thank you so much, Shahzad, for joining us. Thank you so much, Sanjeev ji, for joining us. Great conversation. Thank you so much, both of you. And Reena, of course, it was wonderful having you and for putting things into the larger perspective instead of, I should get the lollipop or Congress should get the lollipop or BJP should get the lollipop. It was a lot of credit taking, but you put things in a lot of perspective for us. So I must thank you for that. So thank you so much for coming. Thanks a lot. It was great.